It must be episode 5. When I first started dabbling with online poetry groups, I fell into conversations with a young American woman, and we became close. I even considered going over to the US to visit her at one point. But she had a dark side and explained that she had a medical condition that sometimes took her to hospital for days at a time, so we kept putting it off. Beyond email, we would also exchange letters, full of handwritten poetry and secret messages and such. It must have gone on for more than half a year, on and off. So, of course, I wrote a lot of poetry for her. Across Pacific waters, streams in ether send an electronic message to my distant friend. In words that talk and mail and post cannot express, we keep within ourselves our thoughts on loneliness. If time can bring together those at different poles, there is a chance that someday we might join our souls, but these Pacific waters may still keep apart the ones who only think they know each other's heart. The written word remains the only medium with which we can escape our daily tedium. Though language is the only thing we seem to share, we always watch it disappear into thin air. Dear friend, so soon you'll read the words I try to say, and yet by then, tomorrow is my yesterday. Dear Karen, life divides us in both time and place until I'm left unsure if it is you I see. I see the loneliness that's mirrored in your face, but don't know if the eyes are looking out at me. The double imagery you sent shows different sides. The half in shade now looks away, far from the light. The side that looks at me half pleadingly confides that candles lit at distances burn just as bright. If only I could look into your eyes for real, to touch that flowing hair, to hold you close to me and whisper in those fragile ears the way I feel. If only you weren't far away across the sea. Self-portrait in a three-way mirror in the mail. A photograph to dream by, but to no avail. Two ordinary people in love. How extraordinary. What of reality? We'll leave it all behind, with only time for love in mind, no thoughts for any other kind. Oh, love of mine, be mine tonight. We'll curl up for a fire for two, or stare into the starry light as only star-born lovers do, with fire that flows from me to you. So close, your breath upon my cheek, your heartbeats where my fingers seek, your hair upon my chest, your face so close, and where your fingers trace the thrill, the love, emotions chase. Such boundless love, we found it where most others might have floundered. Time and place won't keep apart such kindred spirits from the start. Give me the love, I give my heart. We were the ones who waited, abstained, kept ourselves, remained chaste for each other, and were fated to leave our love to waste. So separated by time and space, not face to face except in dreams, where imagery would softly trace the only place for lovers' schemes. Hold on, the love we hold between our loneliness can never fade, might never spark, but by the sheen will face our endless, loveless shade. Always to be the ones who wait in vain at distance divines fate. I wonder, if we met, if we would be as much in love as we are now without each other's touch. I've claimed that I would find it hard to let you go, but if we never meet, then you may never know if all the things I think I feel would come about if I could hold you close for real. To reel but never closer on the drawn out line, a tug upon the heartstrings, but still never mine. But never mind, this love will stay a smouldering fire, dreaming of you just enough to feed desire, though not enough that it would ever quench the flame. Can you still see its light? It burns upon your name. The name that I have etched upon my lonely heart belongs where it has never been, but still a part of every breath I breathe and every dream I keep, the things that I look forward to in lonely sleep, when only in the mind I'll ever hold you close, or in a letter show you how emotion grows. I wonder, if we met, if that love would remain, or if this love that's born of dreams is all in vain. This honour that you must bestow upon my heart without the touch of lovers makes my spirits sink as much as rise. We always seem so much apart, and love is something stranger than we know, I think. Like strangers meeting in the dark, a secret shared, a tryst, some words, without real passion, yet with depth of meaning greater than our love, as if we cared too much but couldn't even stop to take a breath. Each breath fills me with thoughts of you to overflow my conscious streams of wild emotions with your face, your name, that image of someone I'll never know, the self-control that disappeared without a trace. I wear my heart upon my sleeve, the love I bear for you so swiftly given, but you're never there. What love remains to me I won't give easily away, or not so willingly. It leads me to dismay each time I think of her, and thoughts too often stray that way as spirits stir in hope, alas, again, in vain. What hope remains is part of fear from loving's past. It lays upon the heart that seems to beat as fast, but lays the love to rest. The love that could not last. They say it's for the best, and so I let it pass. What words could not explain, emotion washed away as wasted lovesick pain, but where the broken lay the hearts beat with the strain that won't go in a day. There'll not be in love again, I gave my love away. This next poem actually had nothing to do with Karen Marie when I wrote it, but I posted it to the group that she and I were both members of, and she took it rather personally, which caused somewhat of a split between us for, well, weeks at least. There's a chill in a heart from a love that's grown cold, and a story well known that's still got to be told, about a guy and a girl and a love to survive in this troublesome world. I wonder if you're alive if you don't understand all of their problems and strife. Are you a mouse or a man? Come on, guy, get a life. So we're chilling away, and the cold is inside, 'cause the man's got a plan, but the woman's got pride. She won't take all his love and takes no one's advice. So if you try and melt her, she's not cold, she is ice. So the guy's a fool to try for winning her heart, because the girl's too cool. Who says this guy was so smart? So there he is in the cold, calling to his Juliet. But he's not some Romeo. She'll never let him forget what he had put her through. You see, his slate's not so clean. He says, I want you back. She says, what else do you dream? So he stuck out on a limb and just reciting his rhyme. I'd like to tell it to you, but love just ran out of time. I guess you could say that was my first attempt at something like rap, although I can't obviously do the voice for it. Back to my normal poetry. This is the time of new things, poetic musings, love unlooked for, to keep forevermore. The time that I dream of afar, and the love of a star by a phosphor-green light, and to hold her all night. This is the time of the loss, and of love's double cross, and the break in the heart for those kept far apart. The time when my life turned around, my heartstrings were bound on a love far away, with my dreaming all day. This is the time of the living, and hopeful forgiving, and hope for the sign of the time when you're mine. The time of the living in love, the dreaming of, hoping for love, the seeking, the needing of love, the time of our living, our love. I send I love yous in the mail that swallows up my words in messages of white that fail to reach you at your far address. They fly to you in iron birds, but can't deliver tenderness. My heart breaks as the mail arrives. Could 20 pages say enough of how my lone heart's searching strives to reach your heart, and how it dies if I might think I've lost your love without the touch to turn those lies? I write my feelings in a heavy-handed style I only use for you, and keep a draft in case I don't get your response for a while. At least I'll know what may have turned away my love and left me in this great despair that leaves you there with nothing more to say. Recorded thoughts and photos aren't enough to soothe me when I think I've lost your love. My heart, I give it if you want it. My love is yours if you but take it. I need you, I love you. I cannot go on without you. Just say the word, I'll never leave you. Won't go back on vows I've taken. I want you, I miss you. I must have your forgiveness. In loneliness I wait in sorrow, hoping that you could still love me. I've loved you, I've lost you, and I may never get over you. There's time for love and time for leaving, times I wish we'd never been through. I held you, I shunned you, and now there's nothing without you. I wish I could just talk to you and tell you the things I'm feeling. I dream you, I live you. I can't finish this without. As I write this, you are on my mind. You've got my heart and you're in my soul. And as I pen each word, I find your essence makes the stanza whole. As I read this out aloud, I see the things I should have seen before. These words are yours, they're not of me. You'll speak for me forevermore. As I think through what makes me write like this, I realize it's you that guides the pen. I just hold tight. You have control of all I do. I don't know if the words are right, but everything I write is you. Sweet dreams tonight, if nothing else, sweet dreams. Love flickers at a distance, like a star it gleams with untouchable smugness. The moon has a leer of secret knowledge known far off that seems so near. A pleasant thought, something that send this soul to sleep before poor heartache's echo turns to tears, to weep for things love lost or never gained, held precious once, and held too close. I never gave them freedom's chance. A drink, the air is chill, the heart still feels the cold. Let me relax before the memories take hold. Enough, put head to pillow, feel that softness touch on burning cheeks that yearn to graze her skin so much. Turn out the light, close curtains, wish upon a star, but do recall love seems so near that is so far. As eyes turn inwards, there to view the stage of night, I note the play remains the same without her light. Good night, goodbye, farewell to love, at least, sweet dreams. Love, flickering like a dying ember's fading, gleams. You have returned unto my empty heart. What have you learned while we were far apart? Do you now trust my judgment and my love, or are you crushed, such that it's not enough to know that I still love you as before, but I must try to love you even more? I want to hold you in my arms tonight, and there enfold your heart and keep it tight against my chest. Just feel you close to me, your beating breast, with all eternity to drink you in, and savour your sweet taste once loved again, in love in your embrace. You have brought back the very thing I need, the love I lack, the life on which I feed, the essence of my being, long thought lost, with all my love that once was double-crossed by space and time, and words that never should be placed in rhyme. I'd stop them if I could. Mixed feelings then, but love returns at last, to guide me when I cannot forget my past. Love, can I dream you every night, or only when you're not around? I've lain alone without your light, but often in the morning found your presence still here by my side, an image of the love I know through clouded dreams, the only guide I have to tell me how to go. Love, will you bring the morning light or disappear without a sound before I wake? Will you take flight at dawn, or will you stay around and comfort me throughout the day as if you were reality? My love is constant anyway, as long as you'll return to me. Love, as I lay alone with sleep upon my mind and dreams to come, that image that I always keep, so often ridiculed by some, of one great love to last an age, still carries on from line to line. The poetry within the page paints perfect love, and it is mine. Each night alone will only seem a chance I'll meet you in a dream. I thought I loved you. Honestly, you never proved me wrong. But now there's nothing left for me to think on now you're gone, and all my mind can do is spin my life in some love song that I sing into the silence while I'm feeling all alone. There are no recriminations, as I tried hard not to think too much on what was all my fault against your innocence. And every time that memory returns, I seem to sink the deeper down, deserving less any forgiveness. I thought that I could get over you. That hasn't come about. I took your picture off the wall, but I still see the frame within my mind. Its emptiness still fills my heart with doubt and pain to find my lips still trying to speak soft your name. I guess if things were different, I'd sing another song, the joy of hearing you again and not being alone. But perhaps I didn't love you, though you never proved me wrong. I doubt if we're the same now that your love has gone. Two ladies form a picture, and the story that they tell is one of youth and beauty, but of mystery as well. As one may know a secret, so the other may yet guess, and the more that one may learn reflects upon the other less. But which one do I love? I know I'd never tell between the one who hides the truth behind feigned innocence and she who hides herself without such eloquence. If you could only see them both, you'd know just what I mean. Sometimes at night I look into those two pair troubled eyes and guess at what still lays behind their vacant stare, the look of knowing next to one of fear or mild surprise, and a heart of longing only wishes I was there. A lady in a mirror pulls at this disjointed heart that loves them both, but still cannot tell them apart. I actually thought that was the end of it, whatever it was. But some months later, I got in contact one final time. You will break my heart tomorrow as we relive yesterday in a wild frenzy of emotion that can only lead to pain. But I have loved you for so long that I will never need you anyway, no matter how my heart is aching, and I'd do it all again. There are feelings in this heart I know have only come from me. There is a love that knows no limits, knowing you're the only one that I could contemplate so lovingly, and all that love can be is caught with feeling in the centre of the love we call our own. But those thoughts that I might lose you bring me nothing less than fear that I could lose a part of me that I might never then regain. Tomorrow I could cry out in the night, though you are near, and you could ask me what the matter is, and I may not explain. And from our yesterday a lingering of doubt stays in the air, and I haven't had the chance to look it closely or dispel. And all that I am left with is the thought that I still care enough to tell you how I love you, but how much I couldn't tell. So, somewhere over in Portland or Seattle or somewhere around that area, one person might recognize some of those words, all of those words even, and remember a time long ago when it was just her and me against the world. Thank you.